Alright, we're going to use KB Afghan Loom. So we're going to do a figure 8 today. You're going to want to mark your loom, just like I have done here. You're going to go with the arrow that's normally white. I have marked it black. And that is going to be peg 1. And then you're going to skip to number 8, and then every 2 after that. I will put the numbers skip in the description. You're going to go all the way around. Back up to this one is 97, 98, 99, and 100. And 100 you'll mark as a 1. Put an arrow there, and you're going to mark with that 1 every single one like I have back over here. I like to use the big thick yarn. Today we're going to be making a baby blanket. What I've done here is a old pen I have taken apart and put my yarn through. It's easier to hold it and make sure that you don't unravel if you need to stop at any point. And to make a good knot, we're going to wrap it around your finger, wrap it again, take this over, grab the first one, put your finger through, and make a knot. Makes a good knot and it'll hold on. You're going to want to make sure the tail goes inside of the loom. You're going to skip this first one, so you're going to want your first one right here. All the black dots will be skipping. And you're going to want to do a figure 8. You're going to wrap around, go on your left side of your peg, wrap around, and you're going to skip this one that's got the yarn holding on. And you're going to wrap again. You're going to keep wrapping. Make sure you don't want it too tight, just enough. Like I said, you're going to want to skip all those black pegs that you've marked. All the way around. I will go all the way around and show you how to start back over again. And when you're doing it at a figure 8, it's not going to make a big blanket like if you were to use every peg as the box is directed. This has made a blanket 4 foot 9 inches long, and I used about 4 skeins of yarn, and it made it about 2.5 feet wide. Good size to go over the lap and for a baby. And as you see, because we went back to the other side, our dots are now on the opposite side, our black dots. And doing it this way does not make a very tight stitch. Thick stitch, but not as if you were to use a smaller yarn. I'm going to place this here. You do want to make sure that it doesn't come off that one. You're going to want to push all of these down so that you can rewrap. And with this, your first stitch is going to be much looser than the rest of the stitches. I have not quite figured out how to get that tight as the other ones. We're going to rewrap. Once again, you're going to skip the one that your yarn is on. Wrap all the way back around. As you see, you want to make sure that it's not too tight, but just enough to where it's going to stay on. Skipping every single black dot. With my black dots, I've marked them with Sharpie. Sharpie seems to come off your hands. I'm marking it about once a week. So if you can find, it is a permanent marker. I've heard of some people using nail polish and it lasts a little longer. And a good trick with pulling your yarn is best to pull it out of the middle. It kind of makes it to where you're not chasing it. If you've got it sitting on the floor, you're not chasing it around the floor or trying to deal with it running away. So you're going to take your hook. I've got the KB knitting board one. It's comfy, squeezy. And I go ahead and take the bottom one, flip it over, go back and forth. And like I said, the first one is going to be kind of loose, just the way it goes. It does not ruin it if you go on one side and then go back to the other, which sometimes is a little easier for me. The loom might go out of the camera, but as long as you can see what I'm doing. Once you've got all of these flipped, you'll push down again and rewrap and do the same thing over. Keep wrapping. It's a big loom, so it's kind of awkward to hold. Once you get used to it, you'll go a little faster. If you do one side, if you don't want to use the hook on the other side, if you do one side, you can use your fingers to kind of pull the yarn up, push it down. I like to push it down as I'm going so that I don't have to go back and rewrap or push down and then rewrap. When I'm finished, I can just start rewrapping. And you want to make sure you don't flip that last one over because there's not another piece of yarn there. If you do, you'll lose your whole project and you'll have to start over. Alright, go ahead and push them all down. And if you do notice that when I did my numbering, I did skip 3 and that is correct. Just in case there's any questions about that, that's the correct amount of skips. So what I've done here is I've popped this string off, so because my hook was still in it, you can just set this back down here. Take this, make sure you want this part underneath to rewrap. Make sure it just crosses back over. Simple fix. Do it quite often. If you don't have it wrapped tight enough, this will happen. Alright, we'll go ahead and flip it over, show you how it's going to turn out. It'll keep pushing down, as I said, and this entire S shape will be about 4 feet or so, kind of stretched out. And kind of pull it. And after a while, trying to hold it will become cumbersome with all of the blanket that'll be there. It'll be kind of long. But I will continue working and make another video on how to end it. But for now, this will be it. Thank you.